Let's go to our next caller from the 918 area code. Caller from 918. Who's this? What's on your mind today?
Yeah, this is Ben. Um, my question is, what is your take on like the national debt? Is it like something that we should be like worrying about? Is it really like this big deal? And was Obama like at fault for like almost doubling it, or it being doubled during
Okay,
this
yeah.
time?
So here's the thing. This is a good, and I'm not trying to put you on the spot, Ben. Can you explain to me the difference between the debt and the deficit?
Um, I think you explained it one time, and I may be wrong. Isn't the deficit like where we're like taking money from, and the debt is just like, um,
That's good enough. Okay, so this is my point, Ben. And listen, I'm not calling you out or anything like that.
yeah,
President Obama reduced the deficit, which is the yearly amount by which our expenses exceed our revenues. So you can reduce the deficit, but if it's still positive, you will grow the debt because the debt is the year over year accumulation of how much we owe or are owed. So, number one, to really have a conversation about this, we've got to understand that distinction, the difference between the deficit and the debt. The debt went up under President Obama, as it has under, as it did under George W. Bush, and for the most part, the deficit just goes up. I'm sorry, the debt goes up. Now I made the mistake. However, the amount by which it went up was reduced under President Obama. So, to your question, should we worry about the debt? It's not that we should ignore. I don't know of any Democrats who say ignore the national debt. But the point is, we have to consider the national debt in relation to the total size of our economy, for example, because the bigger and bigger our economy gets, you can maintain a growing national debt that is the same percentage of the economy. So that's just some of the context that's often missing from the conversations. So, do you pay off debt to prosperity? No, there's no economic indication that just starting to aggressively pay down the debt is going to drastically improve the economy. There's other actions that can be taken to improve the economy. Should we ignore the fact that the United States deficit spends? No, it shouldn't be ignored, but we shouldn't allow Republicans to start holding everybody hostage over it, if that makes sense.
yeah. So you wouldn't say Obama is at fault for like it going up, and
Well,
it's
again, listen,
actually
it
like,
depends what your expectations are. Obama reduced the deficit, so he slowed
mhm.
down the increase of the national debt. I don't think it's realistic to have assumed that Obama could have single-handedly gotten us a surplus, right? I mean, a lot of that is way bigger than any one president. All right, Ben, thanks so much. Very much appreciate the call.